so hot. I feel terrible.
Don't blame me for sending you to an old man's bed, Clara. You took Evan's fiancé title, and you had the one talent I needed.
Who's there? Get out.
Don't go. I'm burning up.
Clara.
Help me.
Clara, wake up. Look at me. See who I am.
Give it to me. I need...
5 years. I finally found you again. I'll make this right.
No.
What happened last night?
Evan can't know.
Her first time. 5 years ago, Evan told me she was already with him. He lied. Where did you go last night?
I drank too much. I stayed with Sophia all night.
Don't forget, without me keeping the Shaw No Medical Fund and that specialist slop in place, your father won't make it through the month.
I know. Evan, we've been privately engaged for 5 years. I don't want to keep hiding forever.
Go public, Clara. You're from the wrong world. Putting you in the spotlight would only embarrass me. Finish these tonight. Sophia presents them tomorrow at the Dawn Series launch as Shaw Group's chief designer.
But I drew all of these.
The Dawn Series is my chance to prove myself to the board. You don't have the status to stand on that stage.
Even my work doesn't belong to me anymore.
I heard if the Dawn series lands, Evan could move into the Shaw succession race.
Keep your mouth shut tonight. Sophia's the face of Shaw Jewelry. Got it?
Yes. It's him. The man from last night.
Uncle Leon, I didn't expect you to come in person.
A wounded little stray wandered into my room last night. I came to see if she's still standing. Wildcat. Last night. Don't overthink it. I just wanted to make sure she was safe.
This piece is called First Light of Dawn. It was inspired by the idea of dawn and rebirth. I designed that for my father, the first light of morning.
Mrs. Vale, can you explain why the hidden support beneath the center stone uses a reverse structure?
I came up with the concept. My assistant helped with the technical work. Let her explain it. Because the light reflects back from the bottom, creating the effect of dawn breaking through mist.
Interesting. Then why does this piece feel so much more like her than you? Clara, think about your father's Shaw Medical Fund and that specialist slot.
Sophia is right. This is her work.
is she so afraid of?
Mr. Shaw, what are you doing?
Mr. Shaw, after last night?
No. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know you either.
Relax. I just want to know one thing. Did you design that necklace?
Uncle, Clara, what are you two talking about? Uncle, the event isn't over. Why are you hiding out here with my fiancé?
I was only asking her a few design questions. Design? She's only Sophia's assistant.
You still haven't explained where you were last night, and now you're sneaking around with my uncle.
I didn't...
She's timid and doesn't know any better. She's mine. If you need anything from her, you come through me. She's mine!
Uncle, I know you like her, but we love each other. I'm begging you, don't take her away from me.
A fiancé isn't property. This is between us. She used to be so proud, so full of light. Why is she too scared to tell even one truth now? Find out what happened to Clara over the past 5 years.
Sir, 5 years ago, when Clara's father was diagnosed with leukemia, wasn't that first life-saving fund set up by you?
Is she being threatened?
For 5 years, I stayed overseas expanding the market so I wouldn't disturb her. Evan has been running the jewelry division in the meantime.
What if that necklace was also a misunderstanding? The evidence around the medical fund isn't complete yet. If I tell her now, I'll be using a debt to pressure her into choosing me, just like Even did. First, I need to help her stand on her own again. Then I'll give her the whole truth. Keep investigating.
Yes, sir.
Misunderstanding or not, she's miserable now, so I'll step in myself. I'll make her see who Evan really is and help her see herself again. Starting today, Clara Hayes is transferred to the CEO project team as my design assistant.
I'm her direct supervisor. Shouldn't I at least be consulted before she's transferred?
This is Shaw Group. The transfer stands.
Outside of work, stay away from Leon. Do you understand?
I have no choice. Mr. Shaw, if this is about that night, I'm sorry. But if you brought me here just to humiliate me...
I have no interest in wasting time humiliating someone with talent. Drawing on an empty stomach makes your hands shake. Designers can't afford shaky hands.
Is he worried about me?
For the next phase of the Dawn series, you're in charge of the structural plans. One mistake, and you redraw it.
This man changes moods faster than I can keep up.
This time, write your own name.
I'm only an assistant. I can't write my own name.
Who told you that you can only be an assistant? I won't touch someone who doesn't want to be touched. From now on, your name goes on your work.
But what if no one acknowledges it?
Then we make it impossible for them to deny it. Good. designer Clara Hayes.
You've been going into his office a lot lately.
It's work.
From today on, whoever he sees, whatever he says, whatever he asks you to do, you report it to me every day.
Why?
Have you forgotten whose fiancé you are?
She's with me now.
Mr. Shaw, Clara used to do nothing but organize my materials. Isn't core design a little beyond her?
Clara, walk us through the structure of the new ring, First Light of Dawn. Look at the sketch and tell them what you really wanted to say.
The main stone of this ring isn't simply floating. It refracts light through an embedded double-layer support. The curved bottom surface pushes the light back from the inner ring, so when the wearer raises her hand, the light rises like the sun over the horizon.
That's a clever structure.
Amazing. It's even stronger than the Glimmer of Dawn necklace.
I'll help you find that bright, dazzling version of yourself again. Starting today, Clara is officially part of the Dawn series core design team.
So I really can be myself. I object. She's an assistant with no portfolio. What gives her the right to join?
That's right. Clara only assists. The person truly responsible for the project direction is Sophia.
Clara, remember your place.
Every draft carries Clara's hand, her marks, her structure, her timestamps.
That is impossible!
At Show Group, talent earns the seat.
Enough. She's my fiancé. And whatever talent she has was stolen from Sophia. Uncle, she is my fiancé. She was allowed into the CEO project team only because I let her help.
Clara, I've been good to you. Why are you using my work to make yourself look important?
If an assistant can jump over the chief designer, what happens to company rules?
Even if she has some talent, she can't just be made a core designer overnight.
A fiancé isn't property, and she's damn sure not a tool for you to threaten or humiliate.
Why is he helping me like this?
Then let her prove it. If she's so talented, she shouldn't need a man protecting her.
Then let's make a bet.
Bet on what?
If Clara produces a design within 7 days that wins over the executives, she becomes a named designer at Shaw Jewelry. Starting tomorrow, Clara works directly with me all day.
She really got transferred to the CEO's office?
She's Director Pierce's fiancé, and now Mr. Shaw is protecting her too. She's clearly playing both sides.
Maybe she got those designs by using men too?
Mr. Shaw, I want to back out of the bet.
Why?
Because of me, everyone is questioning you. I don't want to cause trouble for anyone anymore.
If I were afraid of being questioned, I wouldn't have brought you here.
Why?
Because I know you're worth it.
This is the first time anyone has said, I'm worth it.
These are the old drafts stolen from you over the past 5 years. And these are the original creator details kept in the files before Sophia signed her name. Clara, you're not here because of Evan, and you're not here because of me. You earned your place.
So someone did know.
From now on, you only have one job.
What?
Take back what's yours with your own hands.
Okay.
So you finally remembered where you belong. If you want your father to stay on his medication, remember who you belong to.
Finish these tonight.
I can't finish them.
Clara, don't forget your father's next round of treatment hasn't been confirmed yet.
Who did this?
It's nothing. I bumped into something.
From now on, if anyone asks you to draw anything, document the request. If anyone touches you or threatens you, keep proof.
Why are you helping me?
Because I believe in your talent. And because I can't stand watching anyone break you again.
Thank you. Please don't cut off my dad's treatment. I'm sorry.
You wake up and run from me.
I didn't mean to. I just...
Clara, when you're with me, you don't have to keep apologizing.
Mrs. Hayes, your father's condition has gotten worse. Please come to the hospital.
I'm sorry, Mr. Shaw. I need to take some time off.
Is this how they've been forcing her to bow her head all these years? Not anymore. Never again. Activate Shaw's medical resources. Set up a dedicated fund and do everything we can to save Clara's father. Yes, sir. How's the investigation going? We're close. The evidence just isn't complete yet. Good.
What, Leon is investigating the hospital accounts?
Delete the follow-up records. Warn the hospital not to leak a word, or I'll make sure that doctor never works again.
You've used that debt to control her for 5 years. What do you think Claire will do if she finds out?
Sophia, if she finds out, do you think she'll still design for you?
I know. That's why we have to make everyone believe Clara is a talentless liar.
Of course. As long as I own her hands, I own my future at Shaw Group. Here's how.
Mrs. Hayes, your father's condition is complicated, but a new medical fund has agreed to cover everything. They've also arranged top-level care for him.
Thank you.
I don't have to worry about Dad's medical bills anymore. I can finally focus on my designs.
This part can't change. That sharp edge is the emotion of Breaking Dawn.
Good. A real designer should have her own convictions. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Oh no, I'm going to be late for the review.
Everyone, the review has started. A designer who can't even show up on time doesn't deserve a seat at this table.
Maybe she never drew anything at all. Maybe that's why she was too scared to show up.
Sorry, I'm on time. I just wasn't early. Since you're here, let's see it. No, that's impossible. I put them in there.
What is this? 7 days, and all you bring the executives is an empty box?
That's not what happened. I really did draw them. Save the tears. This room reviews designs, not excuses.
Clara, you're my fiancé. I know exactly what you're capable of. Drop the act. Without Sophia's old drafts, you're nothing.
You're all show and no substance. All you know how to do is copy my work. Now that there's nothing to copy, you can't even produce a single sketch.
Who says she can't?
Mr. Shaw, what is this? Are late submissions allowed now?
This isn't a late submission. This is the original. As expected, someone doesn't want her to win.
Thank you.
Now tell them why you designed it this way.
This collection is called Breaking Dawn. The main stone uses a semi-bezel setting, so light can enter from the side and reflect back from the curved base.
The structure is solid and the emotion is clear.
It tells a stronger story than Sophia's previous proposal.
Sophia, you're the chief designer. Why couldn't you ever explain this logic? Come out with me. Let her go.
Evan, let go of me!
Feeling proud of yourself, Clara? You humiliated Sophia in front of the executives and made me look like a fool.
I'm just taking back what's mine.
Yours. Don't forget, without me, your father would have died years ago. Now that you think you can fly, you're suddenly ungrateful?
How many designs have I drawn for you over the past 5 years? You used them to secure your director's seat and fight for the succession. Evan, even if I once owed you, I've paid you back 100 times over.
Paid me back? Who do you think you are? You're just the most useful pawn I own!
I am not your pawn.
If I hadn't found a new team for you this time, your father would already be dead in that hospital bed.
Impossible. The doctor said it was a medical fund. A new weather metal fund.
I arranged that too. You are never getting away from me.
I said let her go. Clara, wake up. Look at me.
Leon, she's my fiancé. This is between us. You're my uncle. So who are you to get involved?
Fiancé, you almost strangled her to death.
That's still between me and her.
Evan, listen to me. If you ever touch Claire again, I'll kill you.
Clara, Leon, I won't let either of you get away with this.
I'm sorry. I was too late.
Sir, it's confirmed. Evan really did use your name 5 years ago. He used that so-called debt to control Clara for 5 years.
Do we have the evidence? Not yet. We need a few days to recover the full file.
Got it. Leave us.
If I tell her the truth now, will she believe me? Or will she think I'm just like Evan, using a debt to force her hand?
Mr. Shaw?
You're awake. Where does it hurt?
Why is he always the one who finds me at my worst?
But why is he so good to me? Is this really just about my talent?
Thirsty, I'll get you some water.
Devotion? Devotion.
It's not devotion, it's called true love. They were created around the same time. I bought it back then because I was going to tell you how I felt. 5 years ago at the jewelry exhibition, I saw devotion. I thought Evan had given it to you.
No. It wasn't from Evan. A classmate asked me to hold it, it fell, and Evan simply picked it up and handed it back.
I backed off 5 years because of that misunderstanding, and because of it, Evan trapped her for 5 years. Clara, tell me the truth. Did you ever love Evan?
I don't know if it was love, or if I just thought I owed him.
Clara, no matter who you owe, you don't repay a debt with your whole life.
But I'm scared. Scared my father's treatment will be cut off. Scared I'm worth nothing. Scared that without Evan, I'm no one.
You're not anyone's accessory, and you're not a tool in anyone's hands. Your talent, your kindness, your future, they all belong to you.
But I'm used to putting others first.
Then start now. Put yourself first. When you're sure of your own heart, then I'll come closer.
My toy doesn't get to disobey me.
Clara, we've loved each other for 5 years. I've helped you care for your father all this time. Today, I want to make it official and marry you.
So Director Pierce has been taking care of her whole family. That's incredibly devoted.
Evan, don't do this.
This time, I can't answer for her. Clara, you have to make your own choice.
Marry me.
Refuse me,
and I'll cut off your father's treatment again.
Sir, the evidence is ready. Evan was not the one who saved Clara's father 5 years ago.
So, I never owed him anything. I never owed you anything. Not from the very beginning.
Enough.
I'm finally free, but I can't build my life on someone else's favor anymore.
Keep the foundation covering all of Clara's father's treatment. Don't let her find out.
He was the one who helped my father. He did all of this, and he never wanted me to know.
This is Shea Group's most stunning series this year.
I want to dedicate this honor to the person who helped me believe in myself again.
We can't let her keep winning.
Then destroy what she cares about most.
Clara, did you really think winning one showcase meant you could stand above me?
So she's the one who plagiarized.
No wonder Sophia's been getting crushed lately. Turns out Clara stole her work.
Mrs. Hayes, do you admit you plagiarized Mrs. Vale's work?
Every piece Sophia has claimed over the past 5 years was designed by me. These are the records I've kept the entire time.
She's still as dazzling as ever.
I won't hide behind anyone anymore. The work is mine, the talent is mine, and the name on it should be mine too.
Shut up!
I'm not the thief. Sophia is.
So Sophia's been taking credit for someone else's work for 5 years? Liar! She's the real plagiarist!
It wasn't me. Evan was the one who pushed me into the spotlight. He said Clara was too low class, so the work had to go under my name.
Sophia, stop throwing dirt at me. You were afraid you'd lose your chief designer title without any real work, so you used Clara.
So the people I feared for 5 years were only this pathetic.
Stop acting so devoted. Your fiancé slept with another man a long time ago. Didn't you know?
Shut up!
A
Effective immediately, Evan Pierce and Sophia Vale are removed from every position at Shaw Group. All evidence of infringement, thief, and defamation goes to legal.
I won't stay silent anymore. I'm taking back everything you stole legally.
The International Emerging Jewelry Design Competition saw your Dawn series. They've officially invited you to compete.
Do you really think I can?
You always could. Before no one let you step into the light.
Why have you been helping me?
"5 years ago, I bought it because I was going to tell you how I felt after the exhibition. But I misunderstood. I thought you were in love with Evan. After that night, I wanted to make things right. But I was even more afraid you'd think I was only coming to you out of obligation. Clara, this confession is 5 years late. This isn't gratitude. It isn't compensation. I love you."
I'm sorry. I still can't accept you right now. For 5 years, I was trapped in that cage. I fought so hard just to survive. I'm scared to trust someone again. I'm scared of getting hurt again.
Go compete. Go shine. Go be yourself. When you're not afraid anymore, I'll still be right here. Clara, I'll wait.
Let go of me!
Something's happened to her. Call the police and pull the nearby surveillance footage.
Sign it. Admit every accusation you made was a lie. Admit Sophia is the real creator.
Otherwise, you can forget about that international competition. I won't sign. You stole my work for 5 years, and now you want to steal my truth too.
Do you really think Leon can save you every single time?
Then teach her a lesson.
Don't touch her.
Leon, don't you dare leave me.
Don't cry. You're safe. That's all that matters.
Freeze! Take him in! Last control. Clara! You'll never get rid of me!
This is my fault. If he hadn't tried to save me.
No vital organs were hit. He's out of danger.
You're awake. I'll get the doctor.
Clara, you don't have to stay. You're free now. You don't have to force yourself to love me because I saved your father or because I saved you.
That's not why.
You ever started to think that you're glad?
Go compete. Go live your own life. Don't let any debt tie you down again. Not even mine. I finally set her free. So why does it hurt this much?
If I say I love you now, you'll think it's guilt.
I'll tell you how I feel through my work. This piece is called Love Before Dawn. It's about a girl who mistook gratitude for love and spent 5 years trapped in a lie. She thought she could only survive by depending on others until someone kept handing her the light and never once asked her to pay it back.
I used to think I was drawn to him because he saved my father and because he saved me.
But when he let me go, I finally understood. I fell in love with him not because I owed him, but because he helped me become myself again. This piece is for the man who loved me for 5 years, even when I had no idea. Leon Shaw, will you stand with me? Will you stand with me?
Yes. Five years ago, I never got the chance to give you this ring. Now I want to ask you properly. Clara Hayes, will you marry me? Not because of debt, not because of responsibility, only because you choose me.
I do.
The winner of this year's International Emerging Jewelry Design Competition is Clara Hayes with Love Before Dawn.
Clara.
5 years ago, I lost my name here. Now, I want to start over here.